Anansis goatman story. So we end up playing football, dicking around with me. There's the white kid, Tanner. 5 of my cousins and then 4 of their friends in total. There were 5 girls and 6 boys. We all were around 15 to 17. We ended up just dicking the day away. So we head back to the camp and pulling out some stuff for a campfire, even though the trailers both had kitchenettes. Tanner says that his family properly sits up against my uncle's. He wants to run home and ask his dad if he can come out camping with us. My cousin, Rooster, says he's going to go with him since it's going to get dark soon. One of the girls also wants to tag along. It's about 7 o'clock and it's starting to get pretty dark. They take flashlights and take the trail towards Dan's property. The rest of us chill. We make s'mores, drink, and kiss on the girls. About 30 or 40 minutes later, there's a smell of ozone. Again, you could smell it over the smell of the fire. We had started this really nasty coppery smell. Like right after you've had a nosebleed and it stops and stopped. It wasn't exactly like dried blood, but it was the nasty metallic back of your throat smell. We immediately think that it's some kind of electricity malfunction or someone left a hot plate on or some shit. We search the trailers and nothing is on. And we can all smell. All of a sudden we can hear people booking down the path towards us. And Rooster, Tan, and the girl all come running into the clearing out of breath. And they don't even break stride. They all run into the trailer, right by where the fire is. We all get the fuck out of there, into the trailers. They end up calming down. Rooster is crying his fucking eyes out. At this point, all the while the fire is guttering low and lower. So my other cousins say fuck it and are about to go outside to get the generator out of the shed between the trailers. Tanner goes, fuck no, lock the front door, ain't nobody else going outside, Tanner says. He's been crying too and his eyes are bloodshot and puffy and his pants are dirty as shit. He's going on to tell us that they went up to his house. His father said sure he could go out camping, but to make sure they were careful on the way back, and that maybe should take one of the hunting rifles just in case. Evidently, Tanner had seen something in their yard a few days before. One of their pigs had come up, ripped up and half-eaten. They assumed it was just some big cat or coyotes, even though they don't usually fuck with the wild animals. He had gone upstairs and packed his stuff and told his dad they would be okay without the rifle because coyotes avoid people. So they started walking back towards where we're camping. So Rooster finally stops crying and shaking. The girl already had, but she was just staring out the window with a dumb look on her face. He says they had gotten halfway into the woods towards the camp when they started to hear shit in the forest. It was almost pitch black by this time, so they weren't sure at first what the fuck it was. The girl says that she heard something in the bushes right off the trail, and they all beamed their flashlights over there. And there was someone standing back in the woods in a little hollow. Rooster said they shouted at him and told him that he was scaring the fuck out of them and what a dick he was. He says that's when he realized that guy was facing away from them. So they keep walking and they start smelling the nasty coppery ozone smell. They say that they look off into the forest on the opposite side, and it's dudes standing in the forest backward, silent, slightly closer to the path. So now they start power walking, and Tan keeps going, I should have taken the fucking rifle. As they're telling the story, the smell is super strong even inside the cabin. They say that after they started walking faster, a kind of lower gibberish had started coming from both sides of the wood. And as they started booking it back to the trailer, the girl said she had flashed her flashlight out into the woods to the side of them and had seen something jerking itself through the woods. The gibberish just got louder and louder, and when they could see the light from our campfire, something had come out of the woods about 40 yards behind them onto the track, and they had just flat out ran as hard as they could to the trailer. So we're out in the fucking woods, and we're assuming at this point it's some rednecks or some shit trying to fuck with us. All of a sudden, my other cousin Junior starts going on about how he went to school and with a native kid that was telling him about the goatman or some shit. We promptly tell him to shut the fuck up because we don't need any spooky talk right now. But he just keeps going on and on about how it's the fucking goatman and how we're in his woods and blah blah blah. Now at the time I had never heard of this goatman or any of that, but then a couple years ago, the year before I graduated from college, I had a minimum for a roommate, and I ended up asking him about it. And to sum it up, it's basically a fucking man with the head of a goat, and he could shapeshift, and he gets among groups of people to terrorize them. It's also supposed to be kind of like the Wendigo, and it's bad mojo to even talk about it, and even worse if you see it. Keep in mind, I didn't know the back when I was 16, so my cousin is going. The goat man is going to get in and fucking get us. The girls are all terrified, and my cousin, I are all fucking trying to figure out if it's just some hillbillies or if it's some animal. So all of a sudden the smell just goes away. Like to this day, I haven't even experienced anything like it. Like usually, smells fade away or lessen. It just literally was there 1 second, and then not the second, and then not the second. So it's after an hour, making it around 9 or 10, we stopped shitting bricks enough to go back outside and stoke the fire again. We figure it was just some asshole trying to fuck with us, so we don't go back home because we don't go back home because we think if we do, they'll chase us through the woods or some crazy shit. That's it. I apologize. You can read the rest of the story in the link I'll provide you. But I can't read this all in one video. I'm sorry.